What's up, guys? Uh, I'm back. I'm doing the Reyes and Weidman predictions fight night show. I'm actually a big fan of this show. A lot of good fights. You guys should check it out. It's a decent. The prelims are decent. You got Kyle Bachniak always gives it. Charles Rosa. Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's a guy you should guys check out. Who else? Who else is on that card? Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Is that it? Yeah, that's about it in terms of prelims. But the main card is stacked with some good talent. And I'm gonna give my predictions. Usually with cards like this, I start from the top and then go to the bottom. But I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top, and so starting off the main card, you got Duran Win versus Darren Stewart. I'm not that familiar with Darren Stewart, but I'm pretty familiar with Duran Win. I call him DC Light or DC Junior. Man, and he fights at middleweight. It's pretty short. I think he's the shortest middleweight in UFC history, but his wrestling's really good, and his boxing is actually really, really underrated. And I think it's gonna be a really, really good fight. You guys should check out. Obviously, I got Duran Win, but you never know. Darren Stewart can pull the upset. Last time I saw him, he actually was standing and banging with the last guy, so you never know. Um, yeah, but yeah, I got Duran Win, and then you got Macy Barber versus Gillian Robertson. There's actually some beef going in here. Gillian Robertson wants to like just beat on Macy. Macy's been kind of like just talking smack, acting like she's the best. And I think is she a flyweight? Yeah, I think she's a flyweight. So, she's gonna be eventually. I think what is she? Keep on for. I've seen her fight. I just don't know what weight class she's in. I think she looks like a flyweight, but I don't know. It's a hard one for me to pick. Both both are good girls. Let me check. Let me find out what what division Macy Barber is in. Let me find this out. I know, guys. I'm sorry, but no one's watching this. It doesn't matter. This is just like my little video diary. So let me see. AC Barber. She's actually really interesting. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of her game, but I like her camp though. They got Anthony Smith in there. I think I don't know. Do they still have Eric Anders? I don't know if they still have Eric Anders in that camp, but it's a kind of like upcoming camp, you know. Where did she fight? Where did she fight? So I search her up, and they're not gonna tell. Oh, she's a strawweight. She's a strawweight. That's crazy. She doesn't look that big, huh? But yeah, she's gonna fight a straw. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't like her. I guess I like her chances more that she's a strawweight because that division is really open now since they got like two back-to-back champions. Like, oh, actually, you think about Rose was a short champion too, and that's what makes it all kind of crazy. But I'm gonna have to go Macy because I've seen more of Macy. I haven't really seen what Gillian does. I know I've seen Gillian before because of her hair. I'm pretty sure I've seen of her, but I've never seen her fight, so I really can't give an honest judge. A lot of these guys are like fighting people I'm not familiar with, right? So yeah, but I'm gonna go Macy Barber, based on just I guess the hype, right? But the other girl, she was talking some smack, like Gillian Roberts. She was saying like, "I want to beat her, man. She talks way too much," and sometimes you can see a lot of that. Insta karma is a real thing, man. Like them Insta karma videos are hilarious. Like, I love Alex Hernandez, but man, he was talking some big game when he fought Cowboy, and he got whooped on. So it happens. Then you got Joe Lozon coming back versus Jonathan Pierce. I like Joe Lozon. I don't know how good this Jonathan Pierce is. But Joe, I think his last fight was at 223, and he just looked out of there, man. I don't know. Like, Joe Lozon can still compete. Don't get me wrong, but I might have to go Jonathan Pierce. I have never seen Jonathan Pierce honestly. I wasn't a big fan of Joe Law's last performance. So I'm just gonna go the other guy. Then you got Greg Hardy versus Ben Sosoli, or whatever his name is. Let's talk about Greg Hardy. He's a very interesting cat. I think I've seen all his UFC fights. I've seen even his Contender Series fights. I got the UFC Fight Pass just to watch him fight on the Contender Series. In all honesty, and dude, the Contender Series is an awesome show. You guys should check it out. There's a lot of knockouts on. It's a really, honestly, if there's anything that should take over Tough, it should be that show. But he was one of the stars that came out of there, like him, Johnny Walker. Honestly, no, I'm lying. I actually wanted to watch Nick Newell. I think they were on the same episode, or no, I don't think they were. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Nick Newell was on one of those fights. He fought a really good guy, but to get off of, I've seen to get off of Nick Newell, I've seen all Greg Hardy's performances, and he's looked dominant. Even in the one he got disqualified in, he dealt with some adversity. Uh, but he is running into a pretty hefty situation. Um, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy get booked, not booked, but given these kind of fights. And he's going to be in a situation where he's going to have to fight high level competition. I don't know how good Ben Sewell is, and I don't want to call him a can. I don't think that's fair because I'm too ignorant about him. But just looking at the way he's been booked and the way he's been given fights, it's looking like this is another like, dude, the guy. Well, the last guy he fought wasn't a can. I forgot his name. I think Juan Adams. Juan Adams isn't bad. I think Juan. I liked Juan because he was gonna add an element of wrestling, uh, to his game. But me and Juan, we kind of rock the same hairdo, so I can't hate on him too much. I thought, but you can't stay on a single leg for like 20 seconds, and I don't know. That was a weird one for me, and Juan was talking a lot of smack, so Juan was a decent opponent. He wasn't a tomato can. But the guy before that, I forgot his name, but I guess they were training partners. He doesn't like getting hit or whatever, but he just gave up. I was like, yo, where did they find that guy? That one made me mad. But I just see the eventual build up for Derek, man. I honestly want to see Greg Hardy versus Derek. I really want to see that fight. And not because, like, I want to see Derek kill him. I just want to see the promotion for that fight because I feel like it can be such a big fight night show. Like, this could be a legit, like, there could be legit beef between those two guys. Derek doesn't like guys that hit women. Greg Hardy's been accused of that. And you saw what he did to Travis Brown. That was some major heat. And I love those kind of fights where there's just so much heat and they're ready to bang. Um, and like, that would be an awesome fucking fight. I love the aspect of it. Uh, but I'm going Greg Hardy. I don't know much about the other guy, but it could happen. You never know. Like, like maybe Bensel fucking ends Greg Hardy's career, takes his soul, and then you got the two fights. I'm super hyped up. I'm kind of sad the co-main event is only 3 rounds, but you got Yair versus Jeremy Stevens. I never really talked about this after the fight. I made a prediction. I had Jeremy Stevens winning this fight because I always thought there was a terrible matchup for Yair. It's very, very close. Anyone can win, right? It was more like these are just two like just fucking lines ready to bang. That's how the fight I felt like when I saw the promotion for it in Mexico. Like these guys are gonna go to war. Now there's some more story to their fight. Um, as everyone knows, the fight had to be stopped due to eye poke in like I think 15 or 20 seconds into the fight. Everyone was pretty pissed about it. But I know Jeremy Stevens. I know how the fighter he is. I know how he acts, he wouldn't quit on purpose. There was obviously something wrong with his fucking eye. So, but Yair made some claims. I like Yair. I'm a big fan of him. But I think, in my personal opinion, I think he's been treated like trash by the UFC because he did not want to fight Zabit, and they've decided and they were probably pretty pissed that he beat Chang Sung, Korean Zombie, and I don't understand why he's fighting Jeremy C. I don't even understand why this fight was even booked to begin with, and why he's ranked under someone like Korean Zombie. I get it, he beat Mo Kanya, but why did he get that opportunity over Yair? You gotta think about stuff like that. But it's all whatever. At the end of the day, they booked the fight. Um, but I'm gonna stick with my original pick of Jeremy Stevens. And now I'm kind of I like Yair, but I'm kind of rooting for Jeremy. Man, Jeremy got some fucking heat for no reason for that. And he got attacked by Yair for no reason, and I was a little disappointed in Yair for doing that. Yair, I understand he's a nice guy, but he kind of went through the same situation. It wasn't an eye poke, but his eyes was closing, and it's like you didn't want to stop fighting. You wanted to keep on going, but they had to stop the fucking fight. You know. So it's whatever. But I got Jeremy Stevens in this one, and then you got the main event. Probably the most interested. It's like you got another one coming up like this. Light heavyweight is gonna be on fire. Like it is getting ready. Like a lot of the old guard from middleweight is going to light heavyweight. Luke Rockhold, Jacare, now Chris Weidman. I still have a feeling Yoel might do it. I think Yoel might take one more middleweight fight and he goes up to light heavyweight. But Dominic Reyes versus Chris Weidman. We seen what happened the last time when we kind of saw a former champ from middleweight go fight. A top 5, top 6 guy at light heavyweight, and it was insane. Like Juan Bolshevich. I like Luke. I got nothing against. I don't know why there's so much hate against Luke Rockhold. I'm a big Luke guy, but like man, he knocked him the fuck out. He dinged him in the first round, and I don't know. I was very shocked by the way Luke was fighting. He was fighting slower. He looked like he put on too much muscle. He reminded me a lot of Alistair. Alistair Overeem. Alistair Overeem is a great competitor. Honestly, Luke is more like Alistair than anyone. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, because his chin. At the end of the day, you get hit in the chin. Some people have, better chins than others. But at the end of the day, you get hit pretty good. You'll get knocked out. That's just how the game is. People got a button. You can't pretend like someone doesn't. It's just how it is. And you don't want to get hit in the chin, right? But he got hit, got knocked out. But I think Luke comes back, obviously. But I think what Luke, if I was to ever give advice, and obviously I've never competed, but I feel like maybe Luke should use his movement more than depend on his size. That's why, in Luke's prime, he talks about he was the hunter, and to be a hunter, he was fast. Like, he wasn't the bigger guy or stronger guy. He wasn't a wrestler that could take people down. No, he was just quick with it and was good on the bottom and could stop takedowns and imply that force on you. And that's what made Luke so great. That's how he destroyed Weidman. He stopped every takedown. Yeah, the fight was close. They had scrambles, and his ground and pound. It's not the best at taking you down, but when he gets on you, you're not getting up, bro. He can hurt. He has some underrated ground and pound, and he could hurt fools on there. And look what he did to Weidman. So I think Luke comes back. Then you got Jacare versus Juan Bolshevich. That's an interesting one. But then you got this one coming up on Friday. Dominic Reyes versus Chris Weidman. Dominic, I haven't been a big fan of since his Vulcan. I thought he lost that fight. I thought he lost that fight on all scorecards. And I thought it was ridiculous that they gave it to Reyes. Now Weidman, he looked actually pretty good against Jacare. Thought he won the first 2 rounds. Honestly, you could maybe give the second one. I understand people bring, well, what about the body shots and all that, but I'm not a big fan. I thought Weidman won the first 2, and he just got caught, and that was insane. I was shocked. I was like, wow, he really got caught in the third. But you know, um, Weidman's a good wrestler. We've seen what happened to Dominic when he fought someone that was willing to impose that wrestling pressure. Maybe he wasn't training for a wrestler. Um, that could be a reason. But Volkan Ozdemir improved his wrestling and got it to the point where he took him down a lot. And I think Weidman's wrestling is gonna and I think this is gonna end in submission. I think if Weidman is smart, it's all about how many shots you can take, right? And it's a lot of people judge people like James Vick, right? He just fought last like what? It's in the last, I think last Saturday. It's a Sunday today, and people are judging James Vick because he got knocked out by Nico Price. It was a terrible matchup first of all, but you look in those first few seconds, you can't say you can't say he made some really good improvements. He got knocked out by something that just came out of nowhere, you know? And that's how I feel about Weidman. He's dealt with weird situations where like the Yoel Romero one, the fucking flying knee. You know, that fucking sucks, bro. You know, like that's just out of nowhere. Like it's not. It's just it is what it is, you know. Or like he hit a spinning heel kick against Luke that he probably should have never done, and ended up getting taken down, and then just got destroyed and could not get up. And Gegard Mousasi, same thing. He had a really weird situation there. So he's dealt. Even though people are like, oh, he's 4 in his last 5, right? 4-1 in his last 5, or like 1-4 or whatever. And they attack him on that, but he did beat Kelvin Gastelum, who did fight in an interim title fight against Israel Adesanya. Did the best against Israel Adesanya, so you got to give him credit for that. He beat a legit, I don't want to say legit middleweight, but a legit contender for the middleweight title and top guy in that division. Um, so, you know, I think Weidman beats him. Dominic just seems like he's young. He is good. He beat Jared Cannonier, Oven St. Preux. But I thought he got exposed against Volkan. And I think Weidman takes it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it went 17 minutes, went pretty long. But it's on Friday, by the way. Don't forget that. And this is a good card, man. This is giving me vibes of like, Gaethje versus Donald Cerrone. That was an amazing card, by the way. To me, that's like best fight night of the year. And I'm actually going to be doing kind of like a video of year-end awards and who I have as, the best fighter, this and that. And I'm actually going to try to mail out something to the fighters if I can, like, something good or whatever. I don't know, but like the Epheson or like I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna call. I don't know what it's gonna call, but I'm gonna try it out. Just have a little bit of fun. I love fighting, and they get they're great at it, and they give an awesome platform to watch it. So yeah, it is what it is.